Hello, I'm Peter Reynolds. I'm an industry advisor for ARC Advisory Group, and today we have Amol Bhusari. Amol is Director of System Integrations for the Americas at Wood. Amol, thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks, Peter.
So, Amol, why don't you tell us a little bit about Wood and your vision for your products and services?
Yeah, thank you. I'll start off by saying this is a special year not only because it is the 30th anniversary for the ARC Industry Leadership Forum, but also because Wood is celebrating 30 years of being a global systems integrator major. And that heritage really sets our vision for automation and digital integration. Because what we are able to do is then by bringing our digital operations and systems integration capabilities together, we can weave in the data across IT, OT, and ET, engineering technology, to create that strong, solid backbone that is needed for delivering digital and AI solutions for our clients. So I really feel that between our vendor-independent nature, between our deep domain expertise, and the global nature of our capabilities, we are the trusted technology partner, as our clients like to call us in this space. So as ARC celebrates 30 years of industry thought leadership, we are happy to stand alongside them to deliver those open, secure, interoperable digital ecosystems for our clients.
Yeah. So since you're involved in the early stages of a project, Amol, it seems to me that justification and computing that ROI accurately for AI investments or digital transformation, it seems to be that would be really important. Absolutely. How are you helping customers with that today?
Yeah, the importance is to bring in some clarity and evidence-based justification to those ROI requests. And the way we do it is through our ability to stack systems and technologies together to pinpoint where exactly the client can introduce technology to bring that cost saving. For example, we did some total cost of ownership studies for open process automation. And these studies highlight the cost savings throughout the project lifecycle and the asset lifecycle. Because being in an EPCM role, we look at it from the cradle to grave perspective. With the end in mind, we are always going to do the right to left thinking, where we are thinking long term, how is this solution going to be deployed and supported over a long time period? So I think that is where we really bring value for our clients, is because there's a difference between we can do and we have done. And having crossed that bridge with other clients, we are able to help everyone with that justification.
Very good, yeah. So one of the themes at this 30th ARC conference, of course, is the open digital ecosystem. And one of those themes is decoupling hardware from software. So can you tell me a little bit about how Wood is supporting clients on that endeavor?
Absolutely. So we have been leading this from the front with our Bridget Fitzpatrick OPA Center of Excellence, which goes long way back to 2015. And I feel that we are fortunate to deliver that vision that Bridget set for us and for OPA, for our OPA roadmap. So that OPA roadmap is now at a point where we are not just talking about roadmaps and POCs for our clients. We are talking about projects, active projects that we are delivering today with multiple clients for open process automation systems. So that de-risking part that everybody is concerned about, that brings in adoption friction, that is behind us. We are now ready for deploying these systems in the field and deliver the value to our clients. So the whole point is how to make that transition smoother for our clients. And I think we are the vehicle that is doing it today. Yeah.
So digital transformation and AI, not all AI happens on premise, right? There's certainly avenues to look at AI happening in the cloud. The technology stack has been drastically changed through the OPAF framework and OPA compliant solutions, which introduces some new dimensions, and one of those is cybersecurity. Right?
Absolutely.
So the cybersecurity model needs to evolve. So how are you helping customers address those cybersecurity concerns?
This is something we are very passionate about because we are in the middle of it. We, from a project execution perspective, we don't think of cybersecurity as a bolt-on service. We think of it as something that has to be baked in. That has to be, the risk has to be engineered out And with that approach, what we have observed, and we have spoken about this at previous ARC forums, is the third-party interface challenges, for example, that our customers experience on projects where they don't comply with cybersecurity requirements. Those kind of challenges have to be mitigated by incorporating those requirements into your supply chain and procurement strategy at the initial part of the project. And so we are able to, like I said, think about the entire project life cycle and introduce these solutions into that life cycle. That way, we are taking a holistic approach rather than just a bolt-on service that is not going to add value. So I think that shift of thinking about it from a holistic perspective is what differentiates us from others. Plus, we are able to bring in a range of cybersecurity solutions, whether it is ChazOps, cybersecurity risk assessments, or backup plans, or IT/OT segregation. We are in the middle of doing that for several clients. These kind of services, they help us deliver that cybersecurity de-risking part to the project and to their aspirations. Okay.
So I want to switch gears a little bit. There was a fantastic presentation made in one of the open digital ecosystems sessions around Maine digital contractor, and one of your colleagues from Wood delivered that presentation. So how is the role and capabilities of the EPC evolving, and can you talk a little bit about Wood's new capabilities for Maine digital contractor?
Yeah. So project execution is no longer about steel and construction challenges only. Nowadays, it is more about AI and digital and how you can leverage that for better project execution, and that comes with its challenges. And the way we look at it is by bringing in our solutions which span across automation, digital twin, open digital ecosystems, basically AI-infused solutions, Gen AI-based solutions, AI-based project execution efficiencies that we can bring in is what we are weaving into our delivery. There's a lot of interfaces that we have to deal with. So we were already in an EPC role dealing with vendors and third-party contractors and clients and operations teams. And think about what happens when you bring the digital aspect to it. And so I think I think of ourselves as the main orchestrator who is making all of this happen for our clients. So as we get ready to unravel these digital and AI ambitions, I think we are bridging that gap between digital and AI ambition and operational reality for our clients.
Well, Amol, thanks for being with us today. We really look forward to the progress that you're making in this area.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. Thanks for having me.
We've been speaking with Amol Bhusari. Amol is the Director of System Integration for the Americas at Wood. Thanks for watching.